Hey folks, Todd here. Today we're going to show you how to install the Husky Liners universal mud guards on this 2024 Ford F-150. Now this is a universal application, so yours may be different. Make sure you refer to your instructions. The tools we'll be using for this installation are a ratchet with 7mm socket, a Phillips head screwdriver, a mallet, a level, a drill with 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch bits, markers or a grease pencil, a floor jack, and jack stands. Okay, now before you get started, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and remove your tire. So make sure you've got the vehicle properly supported from the bottom so it doesn't fall. And also you wanna make sure that this has been completely cleaned and dried, degreased if necessary. We don't wanna have any kind of material in here that goes between your painted surface and the mud guard. Next, what I'm gonna do is take a look at if we've got any factory fasteners. We've got 2 here, so I can attach the mud guard to these locations. Up in here, I don't have any factory fasteners, so I'll be attaching up in here using holes that I drill. Now here's our mud guard. For the sake of this video, what I decided to do is the top of the mud guard, I'm gonna line up to kind of this line. That way I can match that at the rear as well. So I'm gonna set that in place. Now I'm gonna take a level and set it on the side. Make sure that it is level side to side. And make sure it's up where I want it. All right, once we've got everything right where we want it, I'm gonna hold that in place. I'm gonna take a look where those bolts are. And I'm just gonna take a dead blow mallet, kind of strike it here. Okay, now I've got 2 marks right here on the mud guard. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little dot there. Next, we're going to go ahead and set this back up into place to see whereabouts we're gonna need to put a hole in the mud guard up at the top. So we're gonna go right here, and then about halfway down, right about here. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and take the 1/4 inch drill bit, put 2 holes right in here. Let's make sure we don't have anything behind there. All right, that looks good. So we're gonna go ahead and drill the holes here. All right, next we're gonna use a 7mm socket to remove our 2 factory fasteners. All right, now what I'm gonna do is temporarily put those back through and hold this in place so I can use these holes to mark in the locations on the fender where I'll be drilling. All right, go ahead and pull the fasteners back out. And now here are my locations. So when I drill into the fender, I won't be using the 1/4 inch, I'll be using an 1/8 inch drill bit. All right, next in our kit, we're gonna have some U-nuts. What we're gonna do is the side with the threads goes to the inside and the open hole goes to the outside. So we're gonna slide that right over top of that location. All right, next we can go ahead and put our factory fasteners back in. And before we tighten those down, we'll go ahead and line up to our freshly drilled holes and start putting in the supplied screws. All right, once everything is lined up, we can go ahead and tighten everything down using a Phillips head screwdriver for these 2, and then the 7mm down below. All right, now go ahead and repeat the same process on the opposite side, and then we can move to the rear. Okay, so now we are at the rear. We're on the passenger side this time. Here I am at the back of the fender well. Now, I'm gonna take a look and see what we've got as far as factory provisions. We have one factory hole that's going through the plastic, and we've also got a little metal flange back here. And so we're gonna use that location. And then we'll probably also tap a couple of locations up in here. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and use this little point right here and line it up to this location. And just like we did on the front, I'm gonna go ahead and put the level on there and make sure we're right where we wanna be. Once I get this lined up, I'm gonna use this marker to kind of reach through this hole and make a mark on here. Go ahead and use the 1/4" drill bit. Now I'm gonna go ahead and temporarily set this in place. Again, I'm going to use the threaded U-clips into the factory location. The way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to pry back on the plastic and slide that in there. And then I make sure that the hole lines up to the factory hole. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take our provided screw, go through and get that lined up. I'm going to come down along the flange here, select 2 locations. All right, again with our 1/4" drill bit, go ahead and make 2 holes. All right, now that we've got the 2 holes in the mud guard, we're gonna go ahead and line those up to locations where we're going to need holes in the flange here. Now we've got a couple of marks to drill, so we're gonna use the 1/8" drill bit to drill those holes. Okay, and again, what we're going to do is for these 2 locations, we're going to use the U-clips and slide them in place. All right, now we're going to go ahead and take our provided hardware, go into the U-clips. All right, once we got everything started, we can go ahead and tighten it all down. We're just using the Phillips head screwdriver here. All right, repeat the same process on the opposite side. Well, it's just that simple, and that concludes the installation.